Hello YouTube, it's Badboysei here with Dontdiedave for our weekly chat show. Over the course of weeks and weeks and weeks this will be going on. We'll be speaking about different subjects, different topics. Like I say, if you've got any yourself, send some in. And we'll cover them and say our opinions on them. Anyway, say hello, David.
Alright guys, yeah, this is going to be our new little chat show, and we're open to any conversations. If people want to send us a message or anything interesting they want us to talk about, feel free to let us know.
Okay, so our first two, should I say, first two chat shows are going to be about we're going to go for a generic, easy one to do, one that, you know, it doesn't take too much hassle to do, simply because of the fact that it's something that we've both done. We're going to do the 2016 games, or the games released within the 2016, and we're going to go over them and say what we thought about them, whether we liked them, disliked them, couple of points about them. And we're going to do this in a two-part, so that part one's this week, part two will be next week. So make sure you hit subscribe to both our channels and the clan channel, and to make sure you always get the thing. And if you hit the little bell up at the top, it will notify you as and when they come out. Shall we kick it off?
Yeah, off you go.
First off, we're going to do it in order. So it's Rocket League first, which came out in February. Now, do you want to say your part first?
Do you know what? I remember when you got it and told me to play it, and I ignored you, and I've become an addict.
He has. No, it was one of those games. It was 16 quid, I think, and it came out, and I'd already watched it on Twitch and fell in love with it on Twitch, and I was annoyed that PS4 had it and PC had it and we didn't, kind of thing. So literally, the minute it came out, I was on it. And he did his normal... Go on.
Yeah, I did my normal moaning and groaning. And eventually, I think he got me to play it, and yeah, I literally haven't stopped playing it. Just love how easy and quick it is.
It's our go-to game.
Short, it is our go-to game. No matter what, you know, we stick it on. Quick 5 minutes, quick 4 hours.
Yeah, pretty much. And the best thing about it is that it doesn't matter whether you can put in hours and hours a week, or whether you can only put in, you know, an hour or two a week. Because everyone's on a level playing field with regards to cars and things like that, it's purely cosmetic. It means that you're never at a disadvantage if you don't get on as much as you'd like to, which I know is a major selling point for David.
Yeah, I do go through times where I can play for days on end, and then I go through a month where I can barely pop on. So having like 10 minutes to pop on, never laugh, is always helpful. Can be very stressful though.
Yes, that is the one downside to Rocket League, because it feels like it's a game that works on so many levels. You have your basics, which take a second to get used to, but everyone can do the basics kind of thing. But then it comes round to things such as these aerials and stuff like that. And I have to admit, I've put quite a few tens of hours into this, and I'm still by no means any good at aerials. And yet,
I don't even mean the skill part. The skill part's one thing. Like I don't care. I have my good moments and my bad moments, but just sometimes the stress of someone getting in a sneaky shit goal. Let's be honest.
Yeah, shit goal. That's the worst thing, when it's a pure luck.
It will drive me nuts. 30 seconds to go, sitting on the edge of my seat, screaming at Badboysei, and it's
into
these games.
Very tense. It's very tense, and you can deal when you get beat by someone better, but when you get beaten by someone through pure luck, there's nothing worse than that, especially seeing we're mainly playing doubles ranked as well, so there's that added pressure.
What gets me is the comment. It's always the comment. Do you know what? I can, if like you said, if someone's beating me and they're better than me, you know, hands down, I give it to them. You know, they're good players.
But the minute they become cocky, it doesn't matter whether you're better than me or not. You're a prick. Do you get me? There's no need for it. We've smashed people 9-1 before, and it's like, it's still a good game at the end. It's
Yeah,
still, if they take a good shot or do a good save, it's like nice shot or what I say. And to me, that's just being humble. Whereas these little
yeah,
dickheads who manage to get one lucky goal in and then suddenly go, oh, what I say? It's like, do you get me?
that's it.
There's no need for it, and it's
Nothing
pointless.
worse than
And
what a
oh,
save,
yeah, there's
what a
nothing worse than
save,
that.
what a
Anyway,
save.
as I say, we're gonna try and keep this all reasonably short. So we're gonna jump on to the next one, which was the division. Now, personally, for me, I'll say my bit first on this. It's a tale of two stories for me. To me, it was going to be Destiny, but in a setting I preferred. I'm not overly keen on the whole fantasy thing. And I was also working on the basis that because it came out quite a bit after Destiny, they'd recognise that with a game like this, you need a lot of shit to do because people play it hard. I played it hard. I mean, it's just one of those that you go for. And then I realised that Ubisoft did not pay any attention to that, and it was basically exactly the same amount of content as Destiny had, and they hadn't learnt from it. And that's when I started becoming sour towards it, because the whole point of any industry is to build off of the previous successes, kind of thing. And Ubisoft just ignored that, in my opinion, anyway. What about you?
Yeah, it's the same thing again. Two sides to it. Do you know what? I wasn't that bothered about it. I played it. I actually got quite into it. I thought it was quite decent. But like you said, I think I was a bit behind. So me and you ran through it. You helped me caught up. I did it in like not 24 hours. I was like top level.
Yeah.
But yeah, same thing as Destiny. I can't be dealing with this every 2 months. Whatever I've worked for is become obsolete, and I've got to redo everything again. It's just so much. It's
And
just
even
too
then,
much effort.
it'd be different if within those 2-3 months or whatever it is, there was constant things for you to do to bet yourself to the point where you could almost get on par with whatever. But it wasn't. It ended up being the same shit over and over and over again. Which then
Yeah,
means,
there's only so many times you can do some of the runs in it,
and I don't know if it's me wanting more or whether it's a matter of I'm just expecting more from that game, because Destiny obviously did it, and Destiny's still highly loved by a lot of people, but I got to the point where I just said, what the hell am I doing? And I just stopped playing it. And I did the same with Division.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I'm not saying I won't go back to it.
No, I'm sure
at some
I will.
stage when all the stuff comes out, I'll probably give it a go.
I think at that point it'd become a decent sized game for what it is. But yeah, I mean, I was quite let down with Division in that respect. But on the other side of it, I like the idea of it. I thought that was a reasonably new idea with the outbreak of smallpox. It is smallpox in that one, isn't it? Something like that, anyway, along those lines. And I liked it. It almost felt like it could have been so deep with lore, but the lore did the same with Destiny, where you'd have to read pretty much all of it. And I don't know. Like I say, Division was love or hate, but if I'm honest, sitting here now, it's more hate because I haven't played it for ages. So we'll move on to the next one, which ironically is pretty much the total opposite. Division being a multiplayer with not much content and not much story. Quantum Break being a single player with a lot of story. I was quite impressed with Quantum Break.
It was different. It was done differently. I liked the idea of it. Like even people who don't play it, in between each kind of level chapter you play, there's like a little TV episode you can watch.
Yeah, I thought that was
to
neat.
start with. I thought it was neat. It's like, look, I'm following a storyline, so it makes you become part of the game. But then when you're actually playing the game, and every time you do a level and you got to stop for 40 minutes to watch an episode, you just think, what a waste of time.
It did become more of a TV show than a game. Yes, I have to admit that. I mean, I like the fact that they tried something different, and I thought the story was reasonable. It was actually a reasonably good story. I do find that, as with a lot of linear games, being a linear game, you have to really be on point all the way through, because that's all you're showing them. They can't do anything else about it. I did find that it was a bit of a repetitive game in the way that the story worked well, but the
Yeah,
actual gameplay became very samey very quickly as well. And then you had the
yeah,
kind of like, but I have to admit there was something I did love about shooting. I can't remember, it was a time bomb or whatever, where it made everyone stand still and all that, and you could like push bodies around and stuff like that as they're
yeah.
frozen in
I
time.
did like the way you could always
I thought,
rewind everything. You could
yeah,
redo everything.
I thought it
It
was,
was unique.
yeah, I thought it was very nice, and graphically it looked good. Graphically, it did look good. I remember that the actual
It,
gameplay graphic, not the cutscene so much, but the gameplay graphics, I thought was good.
yeah, yeah. I'll give you that.
Okay, now we get into a contested subject, which is Overwatch, that was out in May.
Overwatch.
Yeah, I loved the game. I thought it was a very good game. Again, I thought it worked on the same basis as Rocket League. It was simply cosmetic stuff. Everything was skill based rather than progression based. You didn't upgrade or unlock things for your character, so I enjoyed it in that respect. What about you, David?
Yeah.
How did you feel about
I
it?
don't really care for it. I didn't care for it. Do you know what? I've been playing games for years now, and it's the same as every other shooter. Let's be honest.
It's
So
not.
it had some unique things to it, but I wasn't that bothered. Like I said before, I don't have a lot of time for
Agreed.
all games. So when I have time to get on, I want to play something. Even like the
You want
progression, like you
something.
said.
You want something that instantly hits you and goes, "Oh, actually, this is
Yeah,
quite good," and then continues to keep your interest. Whereas with
like
Overwatch,
even
gone.
progression. You mentioned the progression. I remember playing it for a little while, and you build up points, which you get from it an outfit. I remember, I remember, I can't even remember the characters' names, but I was looking, and there's some ridiculous amount of points wanted to get a white outfit, and I was like, wow,
Oh yeah,
this is
yeah,
what it comes down to.
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I can.
Yeah. I mean, but in Rocket League it works, whereas in Overwatch it didn't work for you. And the thing is,
I'm
with
not saying I
regards,
didn't like it.
but
I'm not saying I didn't like it.
no, I think you are
Just
saying you didn't like it. I think you're not saying it was a bad game.
yeah, okay, yeah, that's
Because I
probably
mean,
what's even better.
I think the thing is that, like you say, with you need it to instantly hit you as, oh, actually, this is quite good fun, and I don't think you got that from Overwatch. Whereas
Yeah,
me personally, I think playing it over time, I enjoyed it. I really did. However, the longevity for me didn't seem to be there. I mean, because it took them ages to get their rank system out. Then their rank system was quite unfair to start off with. But
Blizzard are giving it quite a big push. I
they
do like
are.
the way they continuously update it and they're proper going at it. I
Th-
do like the dedication they have to things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I have to admit, this is my first encounter with Blizzard, and the fact that they're giving free maps, free characters, everything like that, and it's simply these loot boxes that you can purchase. I think that's a good ethos for a company, in my opinion. They're basically saying, yeah, well, this is our game. We want you to keep playing it. So because of that, we're going to keep making it better for you. But if you want to make things a bit quicker and you got spare cash and you enjoy the game, here you go. This is the way of doing it. And I think that is an amazing ethos, because it means that, I mean, 'cause let's face it, companies go on about how they need to make money from the games to continue. The amount of money a lot of these companies make from a game that they just write off as profit, instead of going, well, you know what, they put their faith in me, so we'll do it back. But that's probably another subject. And
Yeah.
we'll move on to the last one. This is going to be the last one of this week. Like I say, we got other games next week, but this one, Recall. Do you want to say your piece first, or shall I?
Recall. I remember the non-stop advertisements on the Xbox screen, and it was sitting there, flashing before me, and I was like, we have to get this. It's got to be done.
I
Got
thought
it,
so.
downloaded it, and I can't remember. I think something happened at work that week, so I didn't get around to playing it. I remember you playing it and not being that
I
impressed with
was
it.
slating the shit out of it.
All I remember is that a game came out very close to it, and however it happened, I ended up skipping it. And it is on my list to play it, but wherever it is, I've always got a better game to play.
Yeah, well, you skipped over to Forza Horizon 3, which came out a couple of days
That was it.
afterwards.
That
Yeah,
was it. I
and
jumped straight into Forza, and I didn't look back.
yeah, my personal opinion of Recall was it had innovative idea at the start that they then only left as that, and it took repetitive gameplay lessons from Destiny, but less of it because there was less to do and it was more linear. I know certain spaces were as if open world, but it wasn't because there wasn't anything to do other places kind of thing. So it was mainly just you go to this point and do this. But yeah, I think it was what I thought towards the end was where you have to go up and fight the boss at the top of the tower. I then found out you had to do so much to get to each floor, and at that point it was like, so you're wanting me to go back and do the same shit over and over again to get enough to be able to...
All I'm thinking is you're ruining this game for me.
Trust me, the game ruined itself. I'm just helping you out here. I'm just making it a bit easier for you to understand why not to play that shit. Because I was actually doing a YouTube series on it. And then when I found out and then when I found out how much extra and how repetitive, I think I nicknamed it Farewell Week or Gone But Definitely Forgotten. I think that was my title regarding it. It was... And the worst thing is, it was from quite a little company. They also didn't charge full price, so I really wanted to love it. I really wanted for it to be like a Rocket League, or do you get me? One of those little games that managed to make their money back tenfold because they've got a really good little game that's come out, and because it's a bit cheaper, people are more likely to take a go on it. And it just did none of those boxes for me, and that was annoying, but also I felt like I wasted my time even trying it, to be perfectly honest. Right, I think that's it for this game, for this episode. As I say, we have got another episode that will be out next week, Wednesday. So like I say, always make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button. On mine, you'll see a lot of videos. With David, you'll definitely be seeing each week one, and he'll be doing other ones as and when. Because he's trying to get his channel up and going, but he needs to invest in a new laptop.
I'm lazy. Let's be honest. I'm lazy.
And that, I wasn't going to say that. That's rude. But yeah,
we're being honest.
Hit like, and like I say, if you have any topics you'd like us to speak about, because this is going to be a weekly thing, and it would help us out if we didn't have to come up with a, interesting subject each week. Leave us a comment below the video, and also log on to canbb4l.com, and there's a forum there as well that you can do. What will be, it's a free registration, there's no money, you will never put your card into anything regarding anything to do our website until we get a shop up and running. But yeah, we'll have a forum on there as well for the chat show, so anything you want to say about it, anything like that, you can leave a comment there as well. But I think that's about it from me. What about yourself?
Yeah, pretty much it. Just click, follow, look us up, just
be nice. Just be nice to us, please. But anyway, so like I say, that's it for this week, and I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll be here next week as well. But until then, that's a bye from me.
And talk to you later, guys. That's a bye from